Let's go. I know it's not 12. You know that. I know this. We all know this.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
I love this man's voice. I love it.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month.
Okay, no worries, Red Queen.
Year.
Sleep well.
And although others might have considered it soul-bending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Indeed, indeed.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong.
Yes,
Shocked,
yes.
frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
All right, we're in. There is an ending here where you close the door. I'm not going to do it now. I don't really know.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Right.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah. There's many endings I could try. But I think I'm just going to play the game normally and just kind of see if new things crop up. And now. See what things go. The sense is way too... Yeah, it is quite hard. Little crazy. Yeah, that's better, isn't it? This is Owen. One day he wakes up and realizes everyone is gone. That's a bit better, isn't it? Yeah, there we go.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
On his left, you say? You know what? I'm going right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
I did.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, maybe. That's better? Yeah.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Love this room. It's just a good room, you know? It's got a good space, it's got a good jung shui.
Yes.
Yep.
Really, really worth it being here in the room.
It is.
A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it. At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone
I can only make
left.
out bits and bobs of that one, but yeah.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room.
I mean, the room was
Took
amazing.
the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Oh, what ending do I want to get? Maybe I could go for the this ending goes to some crazy place. Where the new stuff is there, you know? That's kind of what I want to see. We'll go this way. I'm going to
Stanley was so
go...
bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years
Well,
ago.
thank you very much, narrator. You ass.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
You know.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story is... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
No.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yeah.
Why... I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
No buckets past this point, guys. 0 buckets.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Ooh. Keycard door there. Yeah, that's new. Red door. If I go with him, it goes to a really weird, kind of dark ending, where I think I end up having to kill myself to restart the game and get an ending. So I'm going to do the blue door.
Perhaps you misunderstood.
This goes to an ending that's
Stanley
one of my
walked
favorites.
through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door. All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well,
Yes.
don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building
looks a lot
this section
nicer.
of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place.
Looks lovely here.
Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted?
Yes.
Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yes.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did.
Oh, okay.
And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours.
Okay.
What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles?
Yeah, would've been cool.
Skill trees?
Love them.
Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option.
Ooh.
This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
I'm going to give you a 2 for that.
Oh, well, now this is useful. You didn't like it, but you didn't totally hate it either. You
Yeah.
enjoyed it,
Yeah.
perhaps is the correct term.
Yeah.
It didn't cause you excruciating pain.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of pain,
Big
but not
steps we've made
excruciating.
here today, Stanley.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version.
Great.
And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Let's do it. Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard. Yes. There's good old Neil with the Scottish flag. And there's me, below a dead rat. Yep, this is you. You can read that for some funny text, but I'm not going to do that.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
It really didn't.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
No, not at all.
Perfect. Let me boot it up.
I love new games. It's a big indie game, guys.
In this game,
Great.
the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right.
Right.
And if he reaches the fire, you fail.
Okay.
It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours
Hey
of
guys, this is
play
the rest of the
to make
stream.
sure
Just
it's
going to be playing this for
effective.
4 hours
Be
straight,
sure to keep notes on your
which
experience.
is actually an ending of this game. Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
A bit of both.
Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try.
Okay.
I'm out, I'm done.
Fair enough.
It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable.
Anytime.
Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here?
Can't jump.
Yes. This seems
got my
like
first
it'll
achievement.
work. Let's give it a shot.
I'm still not to see what any new stuff is in this yet, but oh my god, it's oh,
what do you think this game is
interesting.
about, Stanley?
This is
What's our
Firewatch.
backstory? What is our motivation?
This is so cool. Wow.
Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience.
I think it says who
total
Firewatches the
mental depravity.
Firewatch?
So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
They recreated this game really well, like weirdly really well. I played this game way back when it first came out on PlayStation, so my memory of it's a little hazy, but this is like one for one the cabin in Firewatch. Love this game, by the way, really good game. Ending was a little this is where narratively displeasing came from when I reviewed this game on my YouTube channel. This is where it came from, this game. And you might be mistaken by looking at this and thinking I'm playing Firewatch, but this is in fact Stanley Parable, the game that breaks your mind and makes you question everything. But yes, fun. You never mentioned it. Oh, I know. Yes. Absolutely interesting. I'll drop you a message in the morning. Yes.
No, it can't be.
Yes, can be. But normally in the original game, this would be Minecraft, and they've changed it.
It is. It's an open world game.
I wouldn't call it that.
God, quickly block it off.
Oh.
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call.
I want to be playing an open world
You
game.
wandered off into that thing.
Yeah.
That big open, just wandering around, no right or wrong directions, no path to follow. You can just go in any.
Oh, he's not happy with this.
Oh, thank heavens we avoided it.
Thank God.
We're out of the woods now,
I
Stanley.
hate my choices. I hate being able to go where I want.
Get us out of here. Let's find another game.
Yes, but I'm excited to see what the next game's going to be.
Walls. Something
Yes.
with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
Oh, what's it going to be?
Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
If it's like Fortnite or something, that's going to be hilarious. What is it? It's Rocket League! It's fucking Rocket League!
See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice
fuck?
big box for you to run around in.
Yeah.
There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here.
Wow.
Now this is game design.
Yes, this is game design.
Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
So would I, actually. But I might find a way. Yeah, drop me a message and we'll
so
sort out a
what
time.
exactly do we do here? Let's see.
Biomutant narrative
Lots of cars
vibes?
here in the
Yeah,
back, but
yeah.
obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball?
Yes,
Stanley,
sports
I think
ball.
it's sports ball.
Yeah.
Oh, what fun.
I love sports
We
ball.
should run the bases and do a touchdown together.
Yeah, touchdown.
Yes, I think surely we must.
We must.
Okay, Stanley,
Can I have the
here's
ball?
the ball. Have fun.
Yes, get the ball. Oh my god, I actually get to play! This is crazy. I can't jump or anything, but I can. Oh my god, the ball's massive. Oh, yo, I'm running. I'm actually running. I'm speeding. Got legs for
Are you
days.
doing it?
I'm doing
Are you
it.
winning? Is this
Yes.
fun? Is it better than my miserable little story?
Oh,
Hold on. What are you doing?
I didn't mean to do that. I didn't think there was a hole there. Oh. Oof.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you.
Oh.
How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that.
I didn't mean to. Oh. I didn't mean to. Oh, Jesus. I had rumours, but never thought Owen would be in something that successful. I'm kind of scared now without him. Filing cabinets. That's a drop there. That was so cool. So like I said, in the original game, that second game is Portal, and then you get transported here. So they changed it up with Firewatch. Interesting game to pick, Firewatch. Very old now. Not very old, but not recent in the slightest. So yeah. And then this is the original mod for Stanley Parable, because Stanley Parable started as a mod for on Half-Life, I think, and then this is the original like office, or they've changed it a bit. And you just get to kind of walk around it. They made it as a mod, and then they made a full game on Steam called The Stanley Parable. And that came out, I think, 5 years ago-ish. And now they've just re-released it again with the one that we're playing now. There's the original two-door choice that we got to earlier. If we go this way, it should lead us back to the original office of Stanley's. I've been following this game for way too long. 7. Yeah. Should cut to black any minute now. But it's kind of fun not knowing what's going to happen. Or sort of knowing what normally happens in it.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice.
Yeah, I would
and
say
if he's
so.
learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way.
Hmm.
Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back.
I'll be back.
The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
I guess that was exactly the same. I thought it was going to be. I did think so. I was just curious to see if they had thrown any new things. There's one ending I want to do now that I consider
were gone.
the canon
What could it
ending.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting
When the
room.
credits
Perhaps
roll.
he had simply missed a memo.
Am I going crazy? Are they fucking with me? What the fuck? Are you serious? Are you fucking serious? He's just... Alright, I mean, if they're just gonna put a label on it and tell me where the new content is,
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
means new content, narrator. New stuff. See, this is what I was looking for, narrator. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Where the hell are we going now?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Yep.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Fifth annual subculture meeting of internal revenue analysis for oil revenue discrimination. Fuck. Like a bunch of drawings are there.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet,
Yeah.
but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Absolutely, absolutely. No. We go.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere? Or
Oh,
there we go.
there we go.
All right, finally.
I love how the narrator doesn't know what's happening either.
Content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
I was not expecting him to be as clueless as I am in this regard, but here we are. Here we go. Yeah.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious.
Yeah.
It's as if, oh, okay. Let's see the content.
Yes.
Give me the content, Stanley.
Yes, yes. Why are you asking me? I'm Stanley. I'm just supposed to be like the jump
All right.
circle.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Are you fucking kidding me? I have 33 left, huh? This is exciting gameplay, isn't it, guys, huh? I'm using all of them. All of my jumps. I'll use them all, I guess. Surprised the narrator had nothing to say about that, but okay.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
But I'd hope so.
Goodness. Another elevator.
Okay.
Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive.
No,
It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
I hope
If
not.
this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there.
Yeah.
Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more.
Ooh.
Very good.
More to see.
I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore."
I have to go into the game and see if that's
department signed off on this. I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
Yes.
It's my fault,
Well,
Stanley.
a lot of people.
I built up too
Almost
much
10 years, I know,
anticipation
right?
around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations.
Yeah.
If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always.
I love that. I love having
What do
a
you
great time.
say, friend?
Yeah. Oh, he's doing it. Okay, I thought I'd have to. Sure. Oh. Oh. That's a picture of the old office. This is very different. I hate Mondays. Me too. I need to go into the achievements and see if there's an actual achievement that says test achievement, please ignore.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
What is happening? Oh, I kind of want to see what's here though, man. Does this take you back to the offer? It does. You know, I can't say no to the narrator. I got to see what he's got to show me. What has he got for me? Ooh. A bit scared here, narrator. Narrator is love. He really, absolutely, absolutely. we're 100% in for the narrator.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be?
Yeah.
And it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be.
Yeah.
So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it.
Oh.
Just our little secret. Take a look.
Wow.
I call it the Memory Zone.
Wow.
It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want.
Amazing.
Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Yeah.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched?
Yeah, I do.
Back then, video games had integrity.
They did.
Back
Absolutely.
then, it all meant something.
It did.
Oh, the waste.
Memory Zone Temp. The original remake. Yeah, because technically that was a remake. And they've like remade the remake. It's really weird how they've done this, but I love it. That's the end. That's the ending we just did there. Nice. Don't forget the Stanley Parable. Can I go in here? For the zone, sweet zone. D-Box Collector's Edition. Oh, I didn't even know they had a Collector's Edition. Maybe, unless that's fake. There's the rewards they got for the game. Oh, the British Academy Film Edition Order 2. It says The Last of Us on there. That's so good. That's so funny. That says Bruce Straley, who directed The Last of Us. In category of story. That's fucking funny. That's so fucking good. Oh, yeah, I love it. I love it. Let's begin again. Yeah, these are all the images from. Oh, the first dollar they made from the game. A trip down memory lane. Well, because it happened. Yes. That was the demo. They had a demo. I remember that. I didn't play the demo, but I knew there was bits of music. Can't listen to that. All those Easter eggs. Yeah, yeah, great. Hopefully I'll know most of these references. Nominee. Yeah. Development team. Stanley Parable. Game innovation. Debut game. Oh yeah, because technically it was the main debut story. So they got a lot of nominees. That's a good thing to get, you know. Be proud of. New video game releasing today. Curator surprisingly down to earth. Rutgers goes from scandal to new crisis. 2% off designer hats. Colleagues show uneven efforts to enroll. New York Times. Wow, they were in the New York Times. I didn't know about that. Los Angeles Times. Stanley Parable deals tough choices. That's the ending where you die and you go crazy and you think you're floating in space. That's a good ending. Loving memory, Little Stanley. Oh, is that a real, like, that's like a real picture of like a hamster or a guinea pig? I don't really know. Riff Little Stanley. Put it down there. This is really calm and chill. I like it.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote,
"Oh, here we go.
We're so many
It's a
games
fake.
that aspire
They
to
were
be
not.
more than
Oh, were they
games
not?
and
Oh.
less than any form of art. Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3.
Persona
it was all
3.
of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Persona 3 shout, yes. I never played any of the Persona games. I really should play them. I watched the dev showcasing his own game. Oh, really? And he admitted they were never in the New York Times. Oh, wow. How's it going, Multiverse? How you doing, buddy? Thanks for joining. Much love to see you. Hope you enjoy the stream. Do well. Fantastic arcade. Nice narrative excellence. Grand prize. Feels like a... I don't know, just it's crazy. That's the Portal ending that we... No, that's the old ending where you go to different games. One of those being Portal. That's the museum ending. That's obviously the original two choices. That's earlier. Oh my god. I don't recognise that. Might just be... I don't know. That's the Minecraft ending. There's the Adventure Line! The tasteful nostalgic. It was good. And I hope the Adventure Line makes a return. And the room calls it. In your city. So many random pieces of paper on the floor. I just don't understand. Recommendations from the oversight. Love of God, please unplug me. This... God, I can't read it. It's way too small. I really want to... I just want to take in everything, man. Top 10 memories from the Stanley Parable. Person of the year. Yes. Oh, wow. That's like them designing it, I guess. That's sick. The original remake. Been lurking for a little bit while I wake back up. No worries. Made a coffee and all that. Nice. Waiting for Windows to finish the thing for my stream PC. Awesome. Hope that's all setting up all right. I managed to get my PC VR gaming and audio to link up directly from the OBS and one system and show up in the other. Nice. Return my HDMI switch. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. More VR streams in the future. Good to hear. There's some of the buttons from the button ending. That's from the demo, I think.
Here's another moving passive, this time from GameSpot.com.
Oh, GameSpot.
The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect.
Yeah.
It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content.
I guess you're right.
It just needed to be left alone.
I mean, he kind of has
to
a point.
spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game
Some
memories.
good things are left alone, I guess, right? That's it. Have I seen The Thing? No, what's The Thing? Yes, finally. Just looking at potentially getting a wireless modem mod mic eventually, or even just a decent mic that plugs into the Quest itself. Nice. Because the built-in one is a far cry from my Rode or your Red Glowy mic. Yes, indeed. True, very true. Is there a thing? Do I... Steam. I need to go on Steam. Oh my god! You brought me the game. Thank you very much, Pengy, for buying me Was It Worth It? Very kind. Was it worth it? Is it a first-person story-driven walking simulator? You play as Subject 105 and you do as you're told. Do not explore. Do not get tempted to stray from the path, and do not build your own reality and enjoy your new life on Earth. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Pengy. You didn't have to do that. You're very kind. I will stream that one. Absolutely. I love these kind of games. Absolutely gonna play that one. The Serious Room! Oh my god! So for those who don't know from the original game, you could put in a cheat code into the console commands of the game, and then the game would recognize that and then put you in this room, and then the narrator would yell at you and give you shit for trying to cheat in the game. It's such a good ending. Oh, nice. Nice. Talking about mind-blowing puzzles with awesome narrators. There is no game. I don't think I've played that one. I don't think so. It's very Stanley Parable feels. I'm definitely going to enjoy it then. If it's anything like this, I'm 100% in. Thank you so much. Very kind.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Oh dear.
Oh no. Oh God, no.
Reviews.
Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game
Steam
distributor. I haven't looked at these in years.
Oh dear.
I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here.
Oh no.
Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Oh, I don't know. Steam reviews are not as... Ooh. Oh dear. Oh, I wonder if this is a real review.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and
Oh, no.
unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny!
Unfunny!
Funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Oh dear. Oh dear. He's not happy about that. Unfunny! No, to be honest, no, I forgot. I have played There Is No Game. I'm sorry, Kat. I forgot. I know, I have played that one. It's about well, it's essentially another narrator type character trying to stop you from playing their game, and you have to keep doing puzzles and things to get around him all the time. I have played it. It's a very good game. That's where the clip Garden Pass Chess came from. That's a fun game. Very Stanley Parables feels. Could make a game like this. Yeah, we should. That'd be amazing. I would love that. Any game where I get to narrate things would be fun. But yeah, no, I have played it. I just totally forgot. Obviously not of this caliber. But something we can build in dreams. Absolutely, that'd be awesome. Or rather, I should work with someone else to make something you can play. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. And if you want me to narrate, then I can do that, because I like it. It is a real review. They just changed the name of the person under it. Oh my god, is it? Wow. That's crazy. I wouldn't put it past this game. Both, then. Yes, absolutely. I love it so much. Okay, I gotta go to bed now. Have a lovely stream. Okay, Kat, no worries. Thank you for the raid again. And sleep well. I will see you soon, hopefully. And yeah, take care. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. I can't believe how long this is going. Like, this is nuts. This is exactly what I was getting worried. I was like, is this like really how it's gonna be? And I'm gonna have to like go through the same endings, but just look for the ones that have been changed. But here we are. Oh, well, here's another one.
Okay, let's see what this one says.
There are some good ones here,
While
though.
the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can.
Some certain endings you are.
This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear.
Oh.
What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure.
Oh.
Like I let these people down.
No.
Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Well, no. It was good. I liked it. A lot of people liked it. Sorry.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
Oh no.
A skip button?
Oh.
Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto.
Oh.
I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley.
Yeah.
Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Okay. Skip button. I don't want to skip button. I like his dialogue.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past
I
it.
hate this.
It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No, 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 no. The Stanley Parable.
Hello Jason, how you doing? I'm good. It is going well. We played some of the new Apex update, and now we are playing the new updated version of the Stanley Parable, which you might have heard of or played yourself or seen. But yeah, it's going well. Thank you. How are you? How is your day and evening going? Thanks for joining.
It's a game for the people, and if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here. We'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this.
That's stuff behind
The
there.
story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet.
Okay, I can't.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of... Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button.
He's gonna
The
keep
minute
doing
I
this.
start to go off on a thoughtless display of
Yeah.
self-absorption,
Yeah.
it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam
I'm
review,
sure they will.
or at least change some of the wording, perhaps.
Yes.
To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place.
I don't think
I
you
guess
can.
I should become better educated on exactly how Steam
Yeah,
works.
yeah, you should.
Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on
Yeah.
before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely
Should we skip
whoever
him?
it is
Skip him, chat?
runs
Should we skip him? He's doing it again. He's rambling. I can tell.
Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review, merely because of this very situation.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that's quite likely. Or perhaps they'll simply grant this particular user the ability to change their review. So that the...
Skip till he bans.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley.
Yep.
Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes?
45 minutes?
It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think
He's probably gonna ramble until you do, I
the
guess.
skip
Yeah.
button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just wait. How do we get out of
Yeah.
here?
The door's
Where did
gone.
the door go?
The
Wasn't
door's
there a
gone.
door that led into the
There was.
I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort. Stanley! Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone.
Yeah.
I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times. And there's no door, Stanley.
Yeah.
There's no door. There's just you and the button.
Yep.
And if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will
find
happen.
out, won't
I
we?
have no idea how long... Oh, Stanley, you're back.
Oh my God.
You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to
Oh
talk
my
to
God.
again. Stanley,
It's been a week. It's been a week.
For 2 weeks? I've been sitting here all that time, just sitting
The
here,
fucking
with
plan's
a single
dead.
person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing.
Yep.
Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you
Yeah.
can't hear me once you push that button.
Yeah.
That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I
Yes,
stopped
maybe.
keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat
year?
down
It's
in
been a
one
year.
place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past.
Got it. Sophie
And
got
when
it.
that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe
Decade?
as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All
A decade. Stop now. Oh God, that's a horrible noise. Ah! Stop. Ah! Oh God! Stop! Ah.
I didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak.
Okay, let me just pause it for a sec. Oh God, that sound was horrible. 10 years too, yeah. He's no longer talking, he's in a huff. Thank you so much for the sub, Sophie. I appreciate the tier 1 sub. Thank you, thank you. Maybe then, maybe, I don't know, no, he's talking now. Thank you so much for the sub, I appreciate that very much. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Did you just, I think maybe?
To the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs down review.
Still going
and
on about
make
this review.
all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though
plant
there
is
were
still
no
dead, yeah.
consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires, every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time.
And the
If
narrator's just
someone
fucking with you?
wants it, then
Yeah.
it's a crime not to
That's
bring
crazy.
it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so? Yes! Yes! It seems that this is now the world we live in. It seems...
Why was it beeping earlier? That's what I want to know. It was like just... This game is just insane. How did the planet die though? Yeah, I don't know how the planet died. And the clock falls? Yeah, I don't know.
The end is never the end, 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 is never...
What's leaking? That was creepy as fuck. Where's this water coming from? Oh my god. That's a bit of a problem. The roof has collapsed. I like the world is actually ending outside. Like, sounds like there's like a hurricane or something. God, I dread to see what... Oh. Goodness. Oof. It started off so wholesome and nice. Oh my god. Oh, it's gotten nice now. Nature has regrown and taken over. What is happening? Oh, well now it's all gone. The fuck? What is that noise? I know, the button is gonna break soon too, maybe? I hope not. What is that noise? It's like a demonic kind of ambient sound. I don't like that. Yo, please, please, give me a button. Give me the button. Give me the button. Give me the button. Give me the button. I did not like that. No, the button, the button, the button, the button, the button, the button. The fuck? Holy fuck. Holy shit. How are you still alive? I don't know. The button, yeah. Every time you skip, you freeze time. You're freeze there, then surely you still are alive in that time frame you're waiting. It's good questions. These are good questions. Is that the end? I think that's the ending. Wow. That was an ending.